episode 10 of Fairy Tail. Fuck yeah, finally started to pick up. It's got a lot better, a definite improvement from, well, pretty much everything after that Ignia guy showed up and basically abruptly ended the arc of the Water Dragon. Finally, we got more of a narrative right now. And I really appreciate the fact that the new battle for the Fairy Tail Guild, they paired Grey with Big Slow and Evergreen and the other guy, the one with the green hair that's the demon form and whatever. And finally they're taking Grey seriously, and once he taps into that berserk, dark energy, kind of weird form that he used to fight against Natsu in the third season.
I'll stop you for good!
I mean, once he gets to that level that he can compete with like awakened dragon form, Natsu, Ultimate, Goku, Ultra Instinct, whatever the fuck that form might be called. If he can go up there, he should be able to just wipe the floor with some C-list, D-list characters who are in the background and nobody gives a fuck about. Like Pixel, who the fuck is Pixel? How can he defeated him at the beginning of the series? At least right now they're making it seem like some character development that Grey has developed so much, you know, he can take on the whole team by himself and with ease. Well, yeah, I guess it works. Whatever, I'll take it. Fairy Tail is not really well known for power levels and good character development and all that. Beautiful continuity of a narrative that has no goddamn clue what it's doing. And right now, with the 100-year quest, we kind of have an overarching story of defeating all these dragons and taking their powers away to fulfill a quest. It holds up way better than most of other arcs that we had in Fairy Tail. Like the tournament arc kind of worked because, hey, these are the teams, these are like the whatever competitions they have to participate in, and whoever wins takes the gold and, I mean, dominates the other guilds. And by the way, what was the reward of winning all the competition? I think the master said about a lot of money, but otherwise, I mean, the guilds still remained independent. It's not like they became hegemon of Sabretooth and Lemia Scale and all the other people. There are no stakes in all these stories. There are no driven narratives in a way that nothing really fucking happens. It's all just an illusion of them to just fuck around and beat each other a bit. I mean, I get the criticism in comparison with like Naruto, One Piece, or Bleach. At least in those anime, there is a certain resolution at the end of like a 30-40 episodes, whatever arc they have there. There are some things that are learned or gained. In Fairy Tail, it just feels like very random things that don't really add up and seem relatively pointless at the end of the series. The only one that actually has like a shonen progression is Lucy.
Gotta find him before it's too late!
You mean dressed like that? How risque.
Ironically, I kind of consider her like the main character. Like the show starts with her. She's a lot of screen time. In my opinion, even more than Natsu, and she's more centered to most of the stories. Even certain filler arcs that were not made by the hero guy were also part, more or less, all about Lucy. So yeah, she actually does evolve. She actually does gain stuff. She actually gets those keys, she gets power-ups.
That outfit grants some of my special abilities, increases her magic power, and boosts her sex appeal. Okay, Virgo, you ready to rock? I live to serve, princess.
She develops in a way that it may sound cheap on the surface because she becomes more of a bimbo. Like at the beginning she was a bit more flat, she was a bit more annoying, she was a bit more a shoujo girl.
There's a difference between being together and breaking and entering!
You should try to relax a little.
but then she gets more into a waifu.
It's a naked battle.
More like a combination of kind vanilla Mira Jane. I mean, that's why she stands out so far. And I mean, Urza still remains like the dorky dominatrix. It's very fun to have these people around, and I get this is what attracts people. It gives you a feeling of content. It makes you feel kind of welcomed. It's fun to see them just talk to each other, interact, and just be themselves.
I should apologize for slapping you like that.
Well, the maid outfit made it a little better, to be honest. You guys are my friends for life. Let's do another round.
So you're still making us go through with this? It's embarrassing. Yeah, I guess this is a little bit funny, huh?
And the story allows that a lot of free roaming, because the main narratives, they don't really follow much of an event till the end, because they keep changing all over the place. And I think this is like the criticism that people have had from the beginning of the series. And I guess it's kind of like you either love it or you hate it, kind of like wrestling.
私たち友達になれるんだよね。
Anyhow, as I said, Lucy actually gets power-ups. She gets keys. She gets outfits. She actually gets new servants. She fights more. She progresses.
スタードレスミックスレオバルバフォーム
She becomes more from like a weak princess girl. Her father was even fucking rich, and when she fell down from her home, Natsu actually saved her. That was a pretty badass moment for Natsu, because it showed he can give emotional support and has some charisma, and also a bit of optimism that in certain moments of darkness and of feeling of dread and failure, like the whole world comes around you, a bit of shonen airhead protagonist with his talking about power and speech and the things he's gonna protect and defend with his life and friendship and all that. It kind of worked. I mean, it's fun.
And a tragedy strikes and prevents them from fulfilling their dream.
We're not scared to talk about the future. Because that's what gives us the strength to make it there.
I can see why people really like and respect Natsu. He has some certain parts of him that are actually incredibly interesting. It makes him like stand out, and again, you feel protected.
I heard him in the distance.
Go with Natsu. I gotcha!
I get it. I get the feeling like he has a certain confidence and a certain aura of charisma, despite his goddamn personality of being annoying and loud and very childish.
Urza told us to retreat!
Cause she's a wimp. I'll face those guys by myself.
Nap's got a broken arm!
So what? I'm stronger than him anyway.
My cow's beat up too!
Yeah, cause he's an old man.
As I was saying, Lucy fights in this episode as well. She gets into her cross dress. I mean, she combines Virgo with Leo. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I like the wings. It looks a lot like a butterfly. Also, she fights Lizana. And Lizana also gets a new update. She has this QB. Well, Nine-Tailed Fox. Again, taken from Naruto. Well, taken from Japanese lore. There's a lot of Nine-Tailed stuff. Even in the Hot Springs, like, even because like Nine-Tailed with her ultimate form. So yeah, it was fun to see Lizana level up a bit and get that Japanese yukata. Whatever, it's a bit of something for everyone. Again, Lucy is getting stronger, and finally we see Kiria again. She's gonna intervene a bit and change the power structure. Again, as I said, they never really follow a main narrative and they keep changing bits here and there. Like the writer keeps making all these scenarios. It makes you think that something's gonna happen, but then he immediately changes it into a way that, we just flash some boobs and.
I made it just in time.
Yeah. Thank you.
That guy falls on the floor, like, haha. What oh my god. Shit. Okay, that's basically fairy tale. Like, now she's naked and the fight ended, and now the bad girl is, well, the villainous girl is now a good girl, and she takes a bath with the main one. It's gonna happen with Celine and with Kiria. So I know my stuff, okay? I know my stuff. Anyhow, the fight against Ursa and Jalal was very creative, because back in the episode 40 or 50, they actually had this epic fight where she had that samurai uniform and he was like, ultimate power, with that tower of being in the sky and slavery and all that. And it was fun that now they just reserve to fan service and who gets naked first and who can be more provocative than the other. And of course Ursa wins, because her dorkiness really accentuates her sexuality and the fact that she looks like fucking amazing. And it's kind of like a nerdy girl in like a superstar body, so like a supermodel, and of course it's like all over the place, but it's charming. Again, this is what keeps this series going, the charm.
尻尾もついてるにゃ。ウサギさんの方が好みかにゃ。水着。ごすろり。
It's very fun. It's charismatic. In all this stupidity, it does have some good writing moments, or some moments of maybe just fortune which brings certain things together and keeps this character so fun and relevant. I think it's lightning in a bottle. It wouldn't work with any other series. Any other anime that would have gone off the rails like Fairy Tail does all the time would fail. And yes, Fairy Tail, it's still Wimpy Fail. It still holds. It holds. It's fucking incredible when you think about it, how much this series can get away with and still hold on to a fan base and get new people interested in. It's a fun series. It's very attractive. It's interesting. And yet, any other anime would have done this. Like you can see with other titles like My Hero Academia and all that. When it gets too convoluted and too over the top and contradicting itself and overlapping between narratives and not making much of a sense, being a huge mess, people lose interest. And yet with Fairy Tail, it keeps going and even gets better.
Nicely done, ladies.
Seems my charm works on human males too.
I mean, there's something really awesome about it. And I'm kind of like finding it a little bit by little. As I was saying, the fight with Joel was awesome. As I was saying, I think Gray can definitely defeat Jalal in a fight. Now that he defeated all those three guys with such ease, Gray's obviously on the same level as Natsu. This is gonna be fucking interesting. And I'm rambling a lot for just one episode, but it was a goddamn good episode. It very much embodies what works with Fairy Tail and why it still holds up, because the last few episodes were like crashing, and if you weren't a fan you would have lost interest, but then episode 10 comes around and just the charm hits in and it's beautiful.